Guys, thank you so much for being here. This is a continuation of my last video. I am making a buttercream filling to go on top of my German chocolate cake. I made a German chocolate cake and now I'm making a buttercream filling to go along. So I will leave a link below so that you could see how I made that chocolate cake. And now today we're going to make the filling. So in this cup here I have 2 cups of coconut flakes. This is the unsweetened coconut flakes. So what I'm gonna do is I like to roast my coconut a little bit. So come over to the stove with me and I'm gonna roast this a little bit before we get started. So let's go. In here I put the coconut. There's nothing in the pan. I'm just gonna heat it. You can also do this in the oven too, guys. You don't necessarily have to do this in here, but I'm gonna let this stay here for a few minutes. Okay guys, so guys, so you continue to stir your coconut and you see it start to take on that brown color. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna make sure that you keep stirring it because you don't want it to burn. Okay, so you're gonna have to keep giving it a little stir. All right. My coconut has finished roasting, but I'm going to take it out of the pan because the pan is hot and it will continue to roast, okay, and get darker. This is good enough for us right now. We don't want it to burn. It smells good. Coconut, coconut, coconut. So, and our coconut is all done, so I'm going to put that aside. So over here guys, I have 1.5 cups of walnuts. So I'm gonna put, so what I want to do with my walnuts is I want to chop them fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and chop my walnuts up to get it nice and fine because this is how you want it. So now my walnuts are all chopped up, so I will put them back in this bowl here. That's good. So now we have our chopped walnuts. Next thing I'm going to do is I have some eggs here and I need 6 egg yolks. I already broke 2 egg yolks in there. So I'm going to continue here. Alright guys, so over here I have a saucepan. My stove is off. So I'm pouring 1 can of evaporated milk in here. To that, I'm going to add 3/4 cups of butter in there. Oops, I'm splattering. 3/4 cups of butter. To that butter, I'm going to add 1 cup of sugar. And to that sugar, I'm going to add 6 egg yolks. I'm going to take this spoon and just kind of get my butter out of here, this knife I mean. Okay. Guys, it's July 4th, so you're going to be hearing noise outside. That's the fireworks, okay? And now I'm gonna turn my stove on. I'm gonna put my stove to about a medium right now, and I'm gonna stir this, okay? You're gonna stay close by because you don't want your eggs to cook, and just make sure you don't bring it to a boil. I'm gonna stir it just to thicken it up, but I'm not gonna bring it to a boil. If you think that's coming to a boil, just lower your stove some more. Okay, so I'll keep stirring this and let you see as I go along. You can see the butter is starting to melt, but you're going to stay close by and you're going to keep stirring because you don't want anything to stick. And you keep stirring guys because you want it to thicken up. It will thicken up as it continues to heat up. It's going to thicken up, so you just continue to stir it, okay? And it will thicken up for you. Guys, as you can see, it is starting to thicken up. I'll show you the bottom. See how it looks in the bottom? It's starting to take, oh, too much heat, steam. It is starting to thicken up. Okay guys, my custard here for my buttercream has started to thicken up. As you can see, to the bottom is thickening up, and I don't want it to boil, so I lowered my stove because it looked like it was about to bubble. So I lowered my stove. So what I'm gonna do now is the coconut that we toasted, I'm gonna dump that in there, and I'm gonna give that a good little stir right here. I stir that in there. And then I'm going to take my walnuts and I'm going to empty that in there as well. And continue to stir for a few minutes. And then I'm going to take this out from here and put it in a long shallow pan so it can get some air so it will cool. Okay? Let it cool down a little bit. And this, guys, is how you make your buttercream frosting. And this is about done now. I will take this off the stove. I'm turning my stove off. I'm gonna take this off, and what happens is as it cools, it'll get a little thicker. Okay? So I'm gonna put this aside and let it cool for a few minutes. It have to come to a complete cool before you can ice your cake. It have to be completely cool. So I'm gonna set it aside. Maybe I'll put it in the refrigerator. You can, if you're pressed for time, you can put it in the freezer and let it cool down a little bit. But I'm just gonna set it aside for now, and I'll come back to it later when it's all cool and we will ice our cake. Now I have a cake stand here and I have some Cartwright paper. My cakes over here, they're all done. And I have, as you see, this is already cool, and I told you it will thicken up. Now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put some of this on our cake. And I have my cake here. I have, these cakes are pretty heavy, guys. They're pretty big because I did 2 instead of 3. I'm gonna level up my cake a little bit because it's a little tall, as you can see here, the center. So I'm gonna level it out. So I have a serrated knife right here. So what I'm going to do is just go around with the pan and make that cake a little level. Okay, I'll just rest this over here. So now I'm going to take this out of here. And I put these papers on here. So these would help to keep your cake stand here, you know, a little clean. And I'm gonna put this, the bottom side up like that. And now we're gonna just ice the center right there. So I'm gonna put some of this on here. You can put as much as you want or as little bit as you want. I'm not gonna put a whole lot, but you can put what, you know, as much as you want. Okay. And I am going to put this on top of here. And then just press it down a little bit. Just press it down. And then let's continue. Put this on here. And just smooth it out. And when you first put it on, guys, you just put on a little bit first. You don't put too much on. You can put more on after, but you just put a little bit on first, and then you can come on and put more as you go along. Okay, guys? Now I'm gonna put a thin layer I'm gonna go around the sides and put a thin layer around the sides, and this is the reason they have the paper to catch all the drippings that's gonna drop at the sides. Okay, so you're gonna just put a layer around. You don't want to put too much, so as I said, I'm gonna put a thin layer, and then you'll come back and you'll put some more. And that little crack there that is open there, you'll fill that in. Just keep going around. And just keep going around and making sure you get all your spots good. And this is it, guys. You keep putting it on, make sure it's on good. All the little bit that drop, you know, pick it up, put it back on there. Remove this out of the way. Guys, this is your German chocolate cake. So now what you're gonna do is we're gonna pull this paper out. So we don't have such a mess on our tray. Okay guys, so this is how you make a German chocolate cake. So now I have to go ahead, I will go ahead and taste it for you. It looks good. I'm anxious to take a taste of it, so I'll taste it for you. Guys, you're hearing a lot of noise outside because today is the 4th of July. It's July 4th, Independence Day. So there's a lot of fireworks and so on going on outside. So just in case you're hearing that loud noise and wondering what that is, that's the fireworks from July 4th, okay? It's late in the evening, so everybody have the firecrackers and everything going on. Okay, so let's taste this cake for you. This is the best part. Get a nice big slice. And there you go, guys. That's your chocolate cake. Let's put it here. Looks good. So let me go ahead and taste it for you. Let's see. Looks good, nice and moist. Here we go. Guys, that is chocolate. You can taste it. If you like chocolate and you're in the mood for chocolate, there you go. This is chocolate. But you can taste the coconut, the roasted coconut, and they have the chocolate bar, and it just gives it that real chocolatey taste. And the coffee, oh. Guys, this is really good. If you like chocolate, give this cake a try. It is delicious. I love it. I'm so glad you guys were able to join me today. I hope you guys can make yourself a German chocolate cake for your family. I love it. It's really great. It's something different. It's something different. Thank you guys so much. All the fireworks is going off. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, leave me a comment. Guys, give me a thumbs up. And if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button now, okay? Just hit it. Smash it. Thank you so much for joining me. I had fun making this. I hope you have fun making some for your family as well. Until next time, bye-bye.